This is developing tonight. President Trump has ordered a pause on military aid to Ukraine.
This comes after the disastrous Oval Office meeting on Friday. WGN Shannon Halligan is here now with the latest.
Yeah, the White House is putting more pressure on Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. The official, speaking on the condition of anonymity, said the U.S. was pausing and reviewing its aid to ensure that it is contributing to a solution. However, opponents of the action say this is now aiding and abetting Russian President Vladimir Putin.
The very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the
the
cards right now.
More fallout Monday after the explosive Oval Office meeting on Friday.
Well, I just think you should be more appreciative.
President Donald Trump said Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was not motivated enough to make a peace deal to end the war with Russia.
I want to see it end fast. I don't want to see this go on for years and years. Now, President Zelensky supposedly made a statement today in AP, but he said he thinks the war's going to go on for a long time. And he better not be right about that. That's all I'm saying.
President Zelensky has said Russian President Vladimir Putin can't be trusted to maintain a ceasefire, and Ukrainians won't lay down their arms without security commitments from the U.S. and Europe. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz said NATO partners need to be the ones to step up efforts.
We welcome Europe stepping up for Europe, but they have to also invest in the capabilities to do so.
That's something British Prime Minister Keir Starmer is willing to do, but emphasize that the UK must strengthen their relationship with the US.
Britain will play a leading role with, if necessary, and together with others, boots on the ground and planes in the air. But to succeed, this effort must also have strong US backing.
Still, Democrats accuse President Trump of siding with Putin.
Rest assured that nobody on earth was happier with what happened last Friday in the Oval Office than Vladimir Putin.
Illinois Congressman and Congressional Ukraine Caucus co-chair Mike Quigley released a statement following the pause on aid to Ukraine, saying, quote, "This news should come as no surprise coming from a president who has moved beyond appeasement and into aiding and abetting the war criminal Vladimir Putin. It's time for all members of Congress to stand up for the democratic ideals this country has fought for over the last 100 years. To my Republican colleagues who have publicly or privately espoused their support for Ukraine, the time has come when you must choose between democracy and autocracy. I urge all freedom-loving people to speak out or find themselves on the wrong side of history." President Zelensky said today it was very important that they try to make diplomacy substantive to end the war as soon as possible. President Trump said he plans to speak more on the Ukraine minerals deal tomorrow.
Strong words from Congressman Quigley tonight. Shannon, thank you. And WGN will have special coverage of the president's joint address to Congress and the Democratic response tomorrow night. Our coverage will begin at 7 o'clock right after the WGN Evening News.